since 5, trying to get in the habit of waking up early so I can get some stuff done in the morning. But I got my Walmart pickup in about an hour at 8. I can get there at the latest at 9, I guess. But let's take a sip of this coffee and see how it tastes. It's pretty good. It's got no cream in it. It's just French vanilla. But Sunday morning, not really, I wouldn't say myself to be a major Christian, but I do think that there has to be something out there, some sort of God, right? So I grew up as a Christian. I went to church, a church called the Rock Church, I believe South Portland or Scarborough, Maine. And we ended up kind of not going to that church anymore. I'm not really quite sure why. Let me take another sip of this coffee. It's actually pretty good. And my parents started to make a fellowship, and we meet, I believe, Tuesdays. And they would have a bunch of people come over, and my dad would teach the Bible, right? Occasionally someone else would do that too. Make another sip. Actually. And I remember one of my questions when I was really young in elementary school was my Muslim friend Hayat. I asked my parents and I said, is she gonna go to, is she gonna go to heaven or hell? And I don't remember the exact answer, but it was not the answer I really wanted. So I kind of was disillusioned by the whole thing after that because Hayat was a good person, right? So I was kind of like, well, that's stupid, right? As a little kid, I was like, well, that's dumb. Doesn't make any sense. It could be a good person. It could be an awesome person, but just because you don't believe in something doesn't mean you have to burn eternity now, right? So I kind of was like, well, that's dumb. And that is why I've been so, not confused, but kind of was like, I don't know, man. I think that having a belief system is a good thing. And I think that there has to be something, because just making something out of nothing is quite literally impossible. So even if you do think of the Big Bang Theory, well, where did that atom come from? So I do think there has to be something that is greater than all of us that has created at least the method that we were all created in. So for me, I think that I have to believe that there's something out there that is greater than all of us. And recently I've been traveling more towards God and more towards the Bible, and it is comforting. Um, and it is something that I can kind of focus on when I'm in stressful situations or things like that. So I do find it beneficial, and I think that that is the major part of religion is the comfort and taking the major parts of or questions of life and having some sort of answer for them. So like, where do you go when you die? And having someone that is always looking out for you, even when you're alone. Those are like, I think, beneficial ideas that come from religion. Obviously, it's been a thing for millennia, so something like that has to have some sort of benefit towards people, and I do find it beneficial. But it is such a weird and kind of interesting subject of heaven and hell, and that you can go to one or the other if you simply just believe or don't believe in basically a person doing the impossible and, getting killed and then rising from the dead. apostles who spread that this individual has risen from the dead. It's all very interesting, right? So the idea is like, is it 100% correct, right? That's the interesting part. I think that there is some really important parts of religion that need to be in society, that need to have. It is a great comfort and a kind of a great teaching tool for a lot of people. So I do think it needs to be here. I don't think that any part of Christianity should really be gone. Besides the obvious, just like the Catholic Church's bad things that they did a few years ago. But I guess that's my thoughts on it right now. I find it comforting. I do like to listen to like Bible teaching sometimes, but I wouldn't say I'm like a major Christian or anything like that. But I do find it important to have those lessons being taught, because I think they are very important for everybody to really understand and know about. And some people are different, right? You have great non-believers, and you have really bad believers, right? So it's just an interesting thing, and I guess we'll never know how it all shakes out till the end, right? So we'll see how it goes. But I just wanted to, I guess, touch on that subject. But today's Sunday. It's around, what is it? 7:30. It's already the door slammed, but it's around 7. And I'm gonna be going to get my Walmart pickup real soon, and be able to get some food as well as my hot water kettle heater, which I'm very excited for. I think we might have a snow day this Wednesday as well, which I would be very grateful for. We have 5 more days until February break, and obviously when you have February break coming up real soon, the kids are going to get pretty restless. So, excuse me, I'm going to be trying to make sure that everybody does well, but find some sort of lessons at the end of the week, especially that are really easy to administer. And then February break comes up. I hope I'm going to be able to go ice fishing, which will be a blast. And try to go to see a hockey game or something like that. But Ripstar, I hope you are liking the sounds coming out of this. I haven't listened to it back yet, so I hope they aren't what you're looking for, at least. Other than that, though, that's pretty much it. I think I'm gonna finish my coffee. I can show you guys some books real quick too. I was gonna make a book video, so I'll show you all some books as well. Let's see what we got here. So the first book here is The Stand by Stephen King. It's about a play that hits America, and it's an apocalyptic book. I haven't gotten super far in it, as you can see. It's actually a pretty good read. It's just a very big book to get through, and I do a lot of reading and things as a teacher, so sometimes when I get home, I just kind of want to relax a little bit and kind of veg out. But when escapes from a biological testing facility sets in motion a deadly domino effect, spreading a mutated strain of the flu and wipe out 99% of humanity within a few weeks. The survivors who remain are scared, bewildered, and mutilated to emerge. Mother Abigail, the benevolent 108-year-old woman who urges them to build a community in Boulder, Colorado, and Rando Flat, a nefarious dark man who delights in chaos and violence. Apparently this is one of Stephen King's best books. I've read two of his books already, 1163, 112263 about Stephen King, about JFK's assassination, and Pet Sematary as well. And I like both of them. 112263 was really awesome as a history teacher just because I found it interesting going back in time. Alright, what's we got next here? So another book here is a teaching book, Master the Art of Cooperative Learning. Unlock the power of student collaboration, maximize classroom potential, and build strong learning communities. This one I haven't read a lot of, and I should, I think, because trying to get students to work together is one thing I would actually want more of. I think a lot of the times for me it is just putting what I know in place. But I will be giving this book a read, Master the Art of Cooperative Learning. What's next? This one is Setting the Standard for Project-Based Learning. I bought this after an interview I had for a high school position. It was focused a lot on project-based learning, and I figured I would buy it because I figured other places would be focused on project-based learning, so I could have something I could talk about in interviews if I did have one. Again, so a proven approach to rigorous classroom instruction. I do like project-based learning. I think it would be very beneficial. It does take a lot of setup work though, and I have fully had instances of elementary schools and middle schools doing it, but that's one that takes a lot of brain work before you can get into a really, really good project. Next. The next book, Classic Tales of Honor by Edgar Allan Poe. I've read a couple of these little horror tropes. They're not super scary. I don't know if that's just because of the time period that they were made in. On the back says, not for those of nervous disposition, this chilling collection contains some of Edgar Allan Poe's best known stories, including The Fall of the House of Usher and The Mask of the Red Death. Themes of guilt, fear, and revenge abound as the master of Gothic horror transports readers into a mysterious world, carrying them on dangerous sea voyages and investigating gruesome murders. In tales such as The Black Cat, The Pit, and The Pendulum and The Cast of Amontillado, exploring the hidden depths of the human mind, these are tales full of thrills and intrigue. You have this kind of strange cat with the newsroom incident. I don't know what that's about, but that's right on. It's probably pretty scary. I'd say. Another book here. It's a big one. What is this? Oh, this one's the book I'm reading about Thomas Jefferson. I think I've talked about this one before. Right now he's in Paris. Frank's trying to get his daughter to visit him. But yeah, it's a cool book here. Last book is D.B. Kimball's A bunch of different sources, and students read through them to answer divergent questions. I'm trying to show you. So, I'm not sure what this is about, but primary sources, and students can answer questions about them. I took one out of this book before on Andrew Carnegie, and the question is, I'll show you in a second here. It's Andrew Carnegie, The Steal, Robert Barron. In the late 1800s, early 1900s, would make a ton of money, but also gave a ton of money away, built libraries and such. So he's an interesting individual. I think students found out that they got a gray area of history, at least. But today's video is kind of a weird one. It was Sunday. I'm thinking about church and things, and then I figured I could show you guys some of